Deportiva y con swing.
Deportiva y con swing.
La factoría del deporte desde New York para ti. Es una máquina.
Es una máquina
Pensada para ti.
pensada para ti. Número uno en las redes, dale like y compartir.
Con informaciones importantes siempre frescas.
Y con entrevistas que te ponen de cabeza.
Lo mejor del deporte lo encontrarás aquí.
Búscale en las redes, dale like y compartir.
Suscríbete,
Ay sí,
infórmate.
ok. Dale a la campana para que te llegue.
What's going on, fellas? No ladies here? One? Yeah, one.
Just if
Hey.
you,
Hey, how are you?
have you
Yes.
laid your eyes on the colors yet? Do you have any update on what's going on?
No, I haven't seen him yet. You know, some of the guys are coming in. Some came in yesterday, some are coming in today, some are coming in tomorrow. So, I'll see them when they get here.
Do you know where things stand with him in terms of when?
No. I got to talk to him first and then talk to our people. So,
Who was your first call post lockout?
I didn't have any. No, I'm serious. I didn't have any. I figured, hey, I'll see them when they get here. And, if, whoever your first call is, then some guys are going to say, how come I wasn't the first call? So therefore, you don't call anybody until they get here. I was happy to see them. I was very happy to see the guys. This first day I had pants on since last October or last November. And so I had shorts on before that, and I was like, well, I'm not going to put on my pants officially until, my guys get here.
Shortstop from last year, still a free agent. Would you like to see him come back?
Yeah. I mean, I didn't want to see him really leave, but I mean that's part of the game and part of free agency. You know what I mean? So, I haven't talked to him because I wasn't supposed to talk to him. I talked to anybody. So, yeah. I mean, whatever happens, happens. I mean, I'd welcome him back. I mean, big time. The whole world would. But we just have to wait to see when it gets there.
If he doesn't come back, I know it's March 13th, but what are some of your early impressions of how you could fill that spot?
Well, I'll let you know. I mean, right now, there's going to be a lot of speculation. You don't know if you ever fill that spot.
Check.
Whoever it is, we're expecting to do the job and see if we can help them grow, or depending on who that person is, or try to surround him with as much experience and expertise as we can.
What are with Verlander coming off Tommy John in his first season? Do you guys expect him to be on a limit of any kind innings wise? And what are some maybe realistic expectations for him?
I don't know, man. I haven't seen JV yet. I mean, you asked me some questions that are in the future that only time will tell, which we don't have a whole bunch of time to make these determinations. I mean, this is going to be an abbreviated spring training. Most of the guys that I've seen here are in outstanding shape, which I'm very impressed with, which really showed me, their desire, determination, and they weren't just sitting at home. I mean, everybody's body that I've seen that came in here looked like they were working in good shape.
How are you going to handle the shortened spring training schedule?
Check.
I mean, if anybody can handle it, it'd be me, because I've been in this situation probably more than anybody that's still in baseball. Whether it was a lockout, a strike, or whatever, I was a player, I was a coach, I was a manager during every one of these. So I'm just asking my guys to trust me as far as knowing how to get them in shape, and how to program them, how to handle different days off or workloads or whatever. I mean, this is probably the most challenging thing that we've had.
Dusty, what was the whole lockout period like for you? And obviously,
Check.
it's an accelerated start. I mean, you have opening day and less than a month right
Check.
now. You haven't seen it all, but this was a very different period these last 3 months.
Oh yes, it was definitely different. I mean, it was different, leaving home. I came here February 15th, and I've been here. I've had 2 days off since I left home. And so, but shining light was the fact that I've got to know and see a lot of minor leaguers that I hadn't seen before. I'd heard about them, put a number with the, with the face, because last year we didn't get to see these guys at all. They came right when we left, and the year before, they weren't even here. So I didn't even know who was who, and I'd laminate a roster, so I wouldn't have to peek behind their back to see who I was talking to. So it was. I tried to make the best of a bad situation here, and the shining light also was the fact that my son's next door, and that this kind of dream come true for both of us. And he said, "Dad, can I stay with you 4 or 5 days a week?" And I took that as a compliment, because I love my dad, but I don't know if I wanted to stay with my dad. And I was 22 years old, you know what I mean? So it's like I said, I had 2 dogs in this fight. I had one over there and the guys over here. So it's probably a lot different for me than it was anybody else.
Is there anything you'd like to see added to this roster?
Yeah, we got a meeting coming up Wednesday to see if there's something we can add. But again, I can't answer that, because then that means that I don't have faith in somebody else. And if you don't add it, and then all of a sudden you're like, you got to justify it to whoever you wanted to add, whether it's another pitcher, whether it's another infield or outfield or whatever it is. Like, I try to show as much confidence and faith in these guys and who we have left as I can. And you always want to add quality, but the thing about adding, you got to subtract somebody too.
In general, how do you feel about the depth of your starting pitching?
I like it. I like it a lot. So as you saw last year, everybody thought we had too many, and then we barely had enough. So yeah. All right, guys.
With Verlander, do you expect him to sign, or what was your thought when it actually happened?
Well,
Check.
yeah, I had stayed in contact with Verlander over the last summer, and I was hoping that we, I'd gotten reports on Verlander, and you had a Verlander to your team. That's like making a major trade. So we just try to figure out how to keep him healthy, how much his workload is, this new improved Verlander versus the excellent Verlander of the past. But also, I was there when Oral Hershiser had his Tommy John, and how good he was after Tommy John. And I was actually there with the real Tommy John. So, and I remember we begged Al Campanis. Tommy wanted a 3-year contract, and then we lost him because we offered him 2, and then he went to the Yankees and pitched for another 5 or 6 years and beat us in the World Series. So, like I said, I've had some experience with some Tommy Johns.
And with Verlander, it's more than just the arm, right? It's the leadership, clubhouse, all that.
Yeah. That part I don't know, because I wasn't here. You know what I mean? So it starts with the arm. It starts with his legs, and this guy's been working. This guy's a worker. And the guys, everybody told me that if anybody can pull this off, it'd be Verlander.
What are you hoping to see from him today?
I don't know.
Walk out healthy.
What you want to see is progress. So this is first day, and then you got progress. All right.
Thank you.
Hola mi gente, les habla Raúl Acosta Lleno Sólido para mis hermanos de la máquina deportiva. Hasta las 15 de la mañana, ¿ok?